Let's talk about something really important: intimacy. It's at the heart of so many relationships. But what happens when something like erectile dysfunction gets in the way? It can be a tough subject. Today, we're going to look at one way you might be able to reconnect with your partner, exploring an alternative that maybe you haven't heard much about.
Wow, this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? Intimacy doesn't just poof, disappear. It's more like a slow fade. You start avoiding those moments, and before you know it, there's a distance that wasn't there before. It's this quiet, gradual loss of connection that can be so painful for both people.
So, when it comes to ED, what's the first thing we all think of? Medication, right? I mean, the ads are literally everywhere. But here's the thing. For a lot of men, popping a pill isn't the simple fix it's made out to be. And that's the real kicker, isn't it? What do you do when the very thing that's supposed to solve the problem ends up creating a whole new set of them? It's a super frustrating spot to be in, and a lot of people are dealing with it.
And we're not just talking about small annoyances. These side effects can be serious. You're looking at things like persistent headaches, stomach problems, and for some guys, it gets to a point where the drawbacks are so bad, they just completely outweigh any benefits. You're right back where you started.
But beyond the side effects, there's an even bigger roadblock for some. If you have a pre-existing condition, something like heart disease or high blood pressure, these common medications might be completely off the table. Not just inconvenient, but actually dangerous. So for them, it's not even an option.
Okay, so if medication isn't always the perfect answer, what else is out there? Well, this is where we pivot to a totally different kind of approach, one that's non-invasive and frankly accessible to a lot more people. The alternative we're talking about is a penis sleeve. It's actually a pretty straightforward idea. As you can see, it's basically a device that's worn over the penis. Its whole job is to provide the physical support needed for an erection, and in some cases, it can also add a bit of length and girth. You can almost think of it as a physical tool for a physical problem.
Now, the real benefits here are all about what you don't have to do. There's no surgery, no awkward doctor's visits or prescriptions, no worrying about medical side effects. And you can forget about trying to time a pill or getting the dosage right. It's an immediate, on-demand solution that really puts the control back in your hands. Of course, with something so personal, safety is everything. This is where the material comes in. We're talking about a high-quality, non-hazardous silicone. And the key feature here is that it's non-porous. Now, what that means is that it doesn't absorb any fluids, which is absolutely crucial for preventing the growth of bacteria and, making it super easy to clean. And look, these aren't just marketing claims. To back it up, the material has gone through some really rigorous testing. These fancy names you see here, they basically mean the material was tested on lab-grown human skin and vaginal tissue models and was proven to be non-toxic and non-irritating. It's the science that gives you that extra layer of confidence that it's safe to use.
Naturally, with something like this, one size fits all just isn't going to cut it. It has to be personal. So let's look at how this solution can be customized, because getting the fit right is, well, it's everything for comfort and for it to work properly.
The first choice you make is about the material itself, and it's a really important one. It breaks down pretty simply. The firm material is for guys who need that complete, solid support to get an erection in the first place. But if you can get an erection but maybe struggle to maintain it, the soft material gives you that support without feeling too rigid.
So you might be wondering, okay, but how does it stay on? Well, that's where the grip harness system comes in. It's this comfortable, really stretchy silicone harness that secures the sleeve. The whole thing is designed to be secure without pinching or feeling too tight, because comfort is obviously key. So, we've looked at the problem, the typical solutions, and this alternative. But let's bring it all back home to what really matters. This isn't just about the physical act. It's about getting back that connection, that intimacy that might have been slowly slipping away.
And that's the bottom line, right there. This statement is so powerful because it's a message of hope. It's saying that an ED diagnosis does not have to be the end of a satisfying, enjoyable sex life. It's just about finding a new path forward, together.
So if anything we talked about today sounds like it might be a good fit for you or for your partner, you can learn a lot more by checking out rxsleeve.com. You can also just scan the QR code that's right there on your screen. I really hope this gave you a new perspective and some good information to think about.